Good morning, nice to see you all. So today we're doing maths and we're continuing with fractions, which will be great. So I'm going to move myself over, oh, no, I'm not, over here and try and make myself a little bit bigger because I realise I use my hands quite a lot to describe things. Okay, today we're going to be using counting sticks, and also there's the destination questions. I'll put those on my Google Drive and I'll put the link below. Ooh, those destination questions, I mean to load them. Okay, so you can print those out or you can draw them onto paper or you can find online resources. They're called counting sticks, these first ones. So it shouldn't be an issue. They're just lines, they're just separated and they're 10 long. So not too difficult to find. Okay, so we are going to compare and order fractions with the same denominator today. So the denominator is the bottom number, we know that, and the numerator is, you're right, it's the top number. So the denominator is the amount of fractions, the amount of divisions that have been made. Right. I've lost my mouse, there it is. Okay, so first of all, you could use a ruler for this, maybe, with 10 sections, or you could draw something with 10 equal sections on it. I'm using a number line that I found from the internet, so you could do this along with me, or you can, like I say, type into Google and find a number line. Okay, so I've got 3 different boxes. So we're going to start off with the middle box, and we're going to put these numbers on a number line. Now, number lines go from all different numbers. Now, this number line doesn't have any numbers on it, so it could be anything you like. The reason I'm using it is because it gives us no limits. So I'm going to find an order, please. So I'm going to start off with 18, and I know 18 is the lower of all the numbers in here. Now I'm going to put 28 in, and then I'm going to put 48 in. Now instead of putting it here, I'm going to put it here. Does anyone know why? Why might I put it there and not here? Actually, ordering numbers, I could put it anywhere I like, but I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the last one, 78, over there. Now, I've ordered these numbers from smallest to largest. I could have done it exactly the same in reverse. So I could have had 78 here. And I could have had 48 there, 28, and 18. Okay, so I can order it using this number line from 0 to 78, or for 18 to 78, or from 78 to 18. It depends. Okay, the reason I've left a space is in my head. This is 8, this is 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98. Okay, it's just the way my mind is working. Now, I'm going to move these back, and you get the idea. This next task, we are going to order fractions. We are using tenths for this box, and we're using eighths for this box. So, what you can do on your paper is you can draw a number line. You don't have to use the physical one, but I have been. So I'm going to draw this here, and I'm going to draw the divides in there, and then I'm going to write on in the order from smallest to largest. Okay, so from the smallest number to the largest number. Now the determiner is 10, and the numerator is, it varies. Okay, so I'm going to start off now. Yesterday, when we were looking at unit fractions, it was really important to look at the determiner. But today we're not touching the determiner, we're just writing that down. So today we're looking at whether 1/10 is more or less than 3/10. So if I have 1/10 of something, if I split something into 10, like I've already done with my number line, and I talk about this 1/10 here, is that more or is that less than if I were to talk about 3 of these tenths? So 1 is less than 3 of them because we are talking about one of them because the numerator is 1. So 1/10 goes at the bottom, like so. Now, the 1/10 there. Then I can look at my next question. So I've got 3/10, 7/10, or 9/10. So I hope you understand that it is just like our number system. It goes up, and the bigger the number, the further along the number line it will be. Okay. And then in order to make sure I've ordered it properly, I'm just going to put commas in the middle. So I've ordered it on my number line. Okay, I want you to do the same with the last box. I'm going to pause the video there, and you can draw these all down. You can order all of the numbers. So starting from this middle box, and then going to the fractions, tenths, and then eighths. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. Have a go. Okay, welcome back. So I hope you've had a go at that, and it looks good. I'm going to move on. So I'm going to show you these symbols. So do you remember the greater than and less than and equal to symbols? Well, we're going to be using those today. So in order to do this, you'll need squares again. Again, you can either, if you've got a printer, you can print them out, or you can draw it, but be careful. Each section needs to be the same size. So you could measure it, or like I say, you could get some square paper or print some square paper out. Alternatively, you can use a program a bit like Word, where you can create a table, okay, because it's exactly the same. So I've created this on my page, and it is shown on here as well. And I'm going to do 2 of these because my question is shown on there. It is 2/8. Now remember, computers can't show fractions, so I've had to use the dash symbol to separate them. The 2 should be above the 8. So 2/8, and I've got to use one of those symbols, greater than, equal to, or less than symbol, 7/8. So what I've done is I've got my 2 bar diagrams like this, and I'm going to make this first one 2/8 and the second one 7/8. I'm going to do that by colouring in. Again, I'm doing it very, very quickly with a pencil. You could use coloured pencils. That would be much better and look much better. But I'm doing it for the purpose of this. So I've coloured in on, and now I'm going to label them. And I'm not going to copy what I've done on the board because I know that actually fractions should look like this. Okay. And now remember, the crocodile eats the biggest number and secretes the smallest number. So which one's bigger? Which one's smaller? So the crocodile head needs to be pointing towards the biggest number. Okay. Obviously, you'll have plenty of time to colour in those properly. Okay, so this is the work for today. Draw a bar for each question using the squares in your book or on your sheet, or you can print them out. So 3/10 and 7/10. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Okay, and you carry on and we can have a go at all of these. Okay, so pause, have a go at these. Lovely. And there is a final destination question. So place these fractions on a blank number line. And they've all got the same determiner. So we're just going to be looking at the numerator. We start from the lowest and go to the highest. Explain how you found your benchmarks. So imagine you can see there's 0 and 1 is the biggest number. That will be 7/7. So try and place them on carefully. Okay. And then you can have a go at destination question 6. And if you're really game, have a go at the extension task. Fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed that, or at least are starting to get your head around fractions and ordering them, because it's a really good skill to have. Okay, I hope you are well, and I'll speak to you soon.